Hello, welcome to our vlog. It's a 1953 Ford custom line and we're working on the engine today. It's a flathead 239 cubic inch Ford V8. When we first got the car, I noticed that somebody had taken most of these bolts out, and it looked like they had tried to get the oil pan off without taking the engine out of the vehicle, so I knew something was going on that I had to measure the clearances. And so over here I did a plastigauge, and you can see the little plastic got flattened out to about that thickness, which is about 3/1000, if you could see that. And but the main problem was the condition of the bearing. So this is the bearing that was, here's the cap, here's the bearing, and here, and you could see some of the surface material rubbed off, and it came out to about 3/1000, as I showed over here, which is, for the main bearings it's okay. I need to look up how it is for connecting rods, but the big problem here is that there's gouges, and so the oil was dirty and it got driven anyway, I guess, and they ruined the bearings. But just for curiosity, I'm going to do this one too. So it has a little lock on there, and our cat wants attention right now. Yes, poor kitty.
He does.
He thinks we're out here to pay attention to him.
But he doesn't want to be on camera.
No, he's shy. So, just going to gently tap it up.
Seems to be working.
Yeah. Don't want to scrape up the crankshaft, because I intend to reuse it. So just have to be patient and try not to damage anything. So
what's
this
on
one,
the inside of that?
yeah, this one has some wear too. It's actually a little bit better than the other one, although maybe not. You can see where it's you can see the colored metal underneath, and some of the gouges. The gouges aren't as bad. And so
This is the camshaft?
crankshaft?
Crankshaft.
Yeah.
Does it have gouges in it too?
I don't see any gouges. I didn't. Oops, sorry. It has, looks like some corrosion, but I'm not sure if it has to be ground or not. They could ground grind the surface off at a machine shop and get rid of any imperfections, and then I'll be 10 under or 20 under, 10 thousandths under, 20 thousandths under.
Will that make it too worn in an engine this old?
No, they sell bearings that are to match it. I got two different sizes because I wasn't sure what shape it was in. I got this one, 1/1000th to 3/1000th clearance, which was a bit optimistic on this engine. And then we got this one, which goes up to 6/1000ths, and that's the one that I'm going to use. So there's the little plastic thing. So we just take it out and try to rest it on there. Then try to put the cap back on the same way it came off. This is supposed to be tied down to a certain torque, and measured in foot-pounds in American engines at this time. I just don't remember what it was right now, but so I'm going to do this wrong.
Do you have that tool to do that?
Yeah, I have the tool to do it, but I don't remember what the specification is. So tighten it down a little bit.
Okay, this may be a stupid question, but what's the point of doing this if you know you're doing it wrong?
I'll get close enough. I think it'll be close enough because I know about how tight it was, how tight it felt, which is very imprecise, I'll admit. But if you want, we could look up the specifications. Okay, so now I have it snug, and I'll tighten one side down, then the other, so that I don't want to do it too much on one side without while the other side's loose. Okay, so that's about where it was, and now we'll loosen it. When this is done, it's going to keep everything from the each connecting rod together if you plan to use the connecting rods and pistons again, because they have a wear pattern, and
They're not interchangeable with each other?
they are when they're new, but when they're old they have different wear patterns that could cause increased wear if it gets used in a different location. So, time to gently tap this up again.
What happened to the... Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
And it has been flattened.
Yeah, not too much either. That looks like it would be within specifications.
We'll check here in a minute.
Yeah. So that's... Oh, actually I'm wrong. This is... If it had been flattened more, like that, then it would be close to specifications, but this was barely flattened at all. That's about a little under 6 thousandths. It's about 5 thousandths, which is probably too much.
I mean,
for
there's a
the-
lot of wear on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of wear, and it's right at the end of its life. So we're going to have to replace the bearings. And since we've gone this far in this engine, we went through the work of taking the engine out. We have to do some work on the bearings. Might as well do at least a partial rebuild, and just take it apart, get it cleaned, and then put it back together, which means the valves come off again. That's about it.
Well, thank you for watching our vlog. See you
Yeah.
next time.